Okay, sige. We already discussed three statistical tools. We have, but all of those three are about between groups design. So kana bitang, if you are going to conduct a research and you want to know which group is better or comparing about groups. So we have three statistical tools for that. Okay, again, we already through with the between groups design, the chi-square, independent sample t-test, and Mann-Whitney U. For this evening, we're going to discuss the between repeated measures. So we are going to study the paired sample t-test and the Wilcoxon signed rank test. These are the parametric. The first statistical tool is the parametric, and the alternative counterpart, which is the Wilcoxon signed rank test. So again, these are the statistical tools that we are going to discuss this evening. So repeated measures. Last meeting, we have two independent samples. This time, we are going to have paired sample. So paired sample t-test is the first statistical tool that we are going to discuss. So in other words, duha daini ka type ang atong t-test. The previous one is the independent sample. Next one, this evening, is the paired sample t-test, or we simply called it paired t-test or isa independent t-test. So a paired sample t-test can only be used when the data is paired or matched. So either ng mga situations like you have before and after measurements of the same variable, or the t-test can be used to compare how a group is underscore here. Meaning isa lang ka group ang atong giistoryahan ani. So a group of subject perform under two different test conditions. So like before and after. So the test assesses whether the mean of the paired differences is zero. Ma-equal ra ba daw ang difference sa pre o post? No? Or equal ra ba ang pre o post? Sorry. Equal ra ba ang pre o post? So that's our assumptions here. Okay, difference na is zero man. Then, histogram of the plot. So like the previous statistical tools, we also have here condition or assumptions underlying the paired sample t-test. So for the variable, our independent variable here is the time or the point or time point with one or two condition. Dependent variable nato must be continuous. So it's either ratio or interval. And then second assumption is normality. So the pair differences should be normally distributed. To state the hypothesis, the null HO, it states that there is no significant departure of the distribution of the pair difference from normality. So for the independent samples, ang atong gitanaw nga normality is ang by group. But for the paired, ang atong gitanaw ani nga normality, no significant departure is ang paired differences. So i-minus daw nato ang pre ug ang post, ang before ug after, then compare that difference to normality. So if the assumption is normal, if the assumptions of normality is not met, so use the Wilcoxon signed rank. So this is the non-parametric counterpart. So duha lang ang assumption. So for the assumption of normality, what is the difference between the HO of paired sample t-test and the HO of independent sample t-test? Sige. So we have here ideal sample size, at least 30 cases or 30 people ang ato ang kailangan no, for the paired t-test. A total sample size required for 3 levels of correction. So kaning mga point dinhi is the correlation. So 30 ang required sample size. Now let's check the assumption of normality. Like the previous nato nga discussion, we have the Shapiro-Wilk, the Kolmogorov-Smirnov, Skewness and Kurtosis, the QQ plot or histogram. But again, we will choose the Shapiro-Wilk test. So the question of why, no? Because as we agreed last time, there are already many simulation that Shapiro-Wilk works best if our sample size is less than 50. And in our case, sa education, most of our studies kay maka-experimental ta. So, dili kita makaabot og mga 300 ka respondents no or samples. So we are going to use the SPSS to test normality. So again, parehas lang ang statistics sa atong tan-awon pero lahi-lahi ang ato ang gina-check. So last time atong gina-check is by group. This time ang atong i-check ani is ang difference. So I have here a work example with 20 cases. So suppose a sample of 20 students were given a diagnostic test before studying a particular module and then again after completing the module. So we want to find out in general our teaching leads to improvement in students' knowledge or skills. So their score is shown at the right. So nganong paired ang ato ang gamiton ani? By the way, let's recall what is our dependent variable here? Ato naman yung nahatag na sample last time, no? What is our dependent variable? Okay, that's our first assumption. Our dependent variable, one dependent variable, and the type of variable is categorical or continuous. Unsa man? What is it? My question was about dependent. Dependent sa Pastor Andy. What's the dependent variable? So our dependent variable is knowledge or skills. So mao ni ato ang dependent variable pero gi-measure ni nila using diagnostic test. Naghatag sila og test. Ang knowledge and skills is the dependent and it was measured using test. Diagnostic ilang tawag. That's our dependent. Okay, how about the independent variable, the IV? So ang atong question ani is ang before ug ang after. So kung in any case, before and after, and we want to see if there are improvements, ay kung maski mag-craft ta og research questions, in any gid no, is there a significant change, an improvement that's changed before and after? So correct, time point is the independent variable, before and after. So paired sample t-test is the appropriate. So these are the data. We have this in the first column, our 20 cases. Their score in the before pretest this is before giving the module and then after giving the module. So ang atong buhaton today is to encode this information in the SPSS. Actually, in the SPSS, pwede na ito makompute ang difference. Pero kay magbuhat naman good pud ta og another command. Kung ako na lang ni siyang ibutang sa Excel, then dito ko sa Excel mag-minus. Pag nana ko yung difference, ako na lang po din ang i-paste in the SPSS. Because remember, for the assumption of normality, atong i-check, i-compare from the standard normal curve is ang difference. So kani nga column, mo'y ato ang i-check kung normally distributed ba. So munang we need to compute the difference between the post-test and the pre-test, or we call it the after and the before. So muna dayon ni at the right. Do you know how to compute or use the Excel to compute for the difference? Okay, makita ninyo? So muna yung data.
Yes, no.
Then to compute for the difference, ayun raman no, ang sum. Anyway, ang Excel kay parehas raman na sa calculator. Sa calculator lang, ulahi i-type ang equals. Sa Excel, mag-una ang equals. So mo ni ang ilang difference. Ay, baliktad. Post minus pre. Same ba? Negative 4 na ay negative 1. 12. Okay. So all measures here are scale. So wala na nako gi-encode no. I did not encode the case in the SPSS. Ngano ganito? So pag nanadayon ang inyong result, inyong data in the SPSS, so these are the steps that you are going to follow to check the normality. Sige, let's check the normality. Kung dili daw masatisfy ang normality, we will go to the Wilcoxon signed rank test. So this command, no, ato ang gi-perform is just to check if the differences, pair differences is normally distributed. So to check our assumption. So the SPSS output test for normality, our Shapiro-Wilk value is 0.725. What does it mean? Na met ba ang assumptions of normality? You think it's the pair differences are normally distributed? So 0.725 is not significant. No, our alpha was set at 0.05. So this is greater, meaning no, not significant. So we conclude that there is no significant departure of the distribution of paired differences from normality. Therefore, the assumption of normality has been met. So this means that we can employ the paired sample t-test to compare the mean scores before and after studying the module to draw conclusions about the impact of the module in general. Pero kung mag-drawing bitaw ta ani o schematic diagram, IBDV, in your thesis, this will be the picture of our IBDV. So for our IB, ang atong ibutang ani is ang katong atoang module. So naabay effect ang atoang module on the knowledge and skills. So ingon ani ang naa sa atoang schematic diagram. So actually, we are looking at the effect of the module. But since isa lang man ang ato ang group ani, in the SPSS, pagbutang nato, di ba sa SPSS kay mangayo man siya og dependent variable, independent variable or the fixed factor. So mo nang wala dai siya dinhi kay sa normality pa ni. For the fixed factor, paired na. Okay. So mo to no, again, kung magbuhat ta sa schematic diagram, ang ibutang ginato sa independent variable is ang katong module nga gigamit as our intervention. And then for the dependent variable, katong knowledge and skills. Pero nga naman, kaganina, basin ma-confuse mo, Sir Andy mentioned that the independent variable is the time point. Because mo po na ang naadid to no sa ato ang slide, it's the time point. It's because here in the SPSS, pag mag-run na ta sa ato ang paired sample t-test, this is what will happen. Paired sample t-test, so ibutang na dayon nato ang ato ang mga variable here. So we have the variable 1 and the variable 2. So actually, ang mo-appear din ha is ang pre ug ang post nga module ang mogawa sa ato ang variable. So I'll just try to analyze if there's a significant difference between pre and post. So this is our command, no, or the procedure in the SPSS. So you click analyze, then compare means, and then paired sample t-test. Then this one, then okay. Please take note, kato akong dimension ha nga schema. If you are going to write the schema, ang IV gid adto is ang module. Kay basin inyong mabutang sa IV kay time point. Sige, so this is the result dayon no, of the SPSS output. So you can see the paired sample statistics. So the pre-module score, you have there the mean, the sample size, standard deviation, ito mga descriptives. And then the post, mean and post. So gi-separate ilahang mean and standard deviation. You can also see the paired samples correlation. This will be the interpretation of the effect size, no? How much or how big is the difference? So kani ang motubag, ana ang question, how big is the difference? Kay pag ingon ani nga design, isa lang ka group, tapos before and after ang i-measure, especially kung mag-introduce tag ing ani no module na atay intervention, ang most common comments of the panel member is that natural mag-improve gyud kay naghatag man kag intervention. So unsa man natong i-expect nga sa pre-test natural gamay gid na kung man sila kabalo sa lesson. Syempre pag post-test mo dako gyud. So mo na ing ana ang most common nga comment sa panel member if you are going to employ design like this. Okay. This is a research design. No kanang naa kay duha ka group, naa kay isa ka group. So mga research design ni. So the correlation value will tell how big is the difference. Kaya pwede man, ang atong argument dayon, if magkandak na tag-research nga, one group lang, yes, we are expecting that there will be a statistical significant difference, but how big is the difference? Kaya na may mga pre o post, statistically significant, pero practically, dili siya significant. So that's the effect size. Since it is 0.2, it means that the effect size is large. Ang dili lang gwapo nga result is kung small ang effect size. But if you have a medium to large effect size, then that's quite good result. So, this is SPSS output, but we can also calculate the effect size using D. So, the Cohen's D, nga using the formula, mean difference over standard deviation. So mean difference is 2.05. So asa man na siya makita here? We have here the mean difference. Although negative atong makitaan din but it's the absolute value of the mean difference. Kay pre minus post magud ang gi-perform, no? So mas dagko man gid ang post test, that is why negative na iyahang result. It's the absolute value over the standard deviation difference. Kaning standard deviation difference, wala ni siya gihatag ni SPSS. Ay, adi ay. Standard deviation difference, and then 0.72. Parehas ra siya result. So which means that the effect size is large. But I have here a note that it is not always the case that R equals D. So naatay example ani last time nga na ay mga effect size nga dili gid sila exactly the same ang value, but what is important is the interpretation, the size. Parehas ra sila small, parehas sila medium, or parehas sila large, must be the same. So mo na ang pinaka-importante on the effect size. But nganong mag-compute pa man ta kung ihatag na ni SPSS, no? But I'm just showing you this. So you can check the paired samples correlation value. And then for the interpretation, go back to our table. Or kung di na ninyo makita sa table, just like type in Google. Anay daghan mga range panggawas din on how to interpret that corresponding value. And the most important result nga gusto din natong makita is the paired sample t-test result. No kani. So we are going to look at the p-value. Kaning sig. So the p-value is our statistics nga tan-awon to answer the research question, to answer our objective. So the p-value is equal to 0.004. What does it mean? Unsay pasabot ana? Unsa ganito ato ang question? Atong objective, balikan nato ang atong problem. Okay, our problem is we want to find out if in general our teaching leads to improvement. So kana ba dang module na by improvement, no? By improvement on students' knowledge or skills. Now, unsa may tubag? So again, kani ang motubag. Unsa may tubag sa atong problem. Your answer na significant is correct. Your answer nga reject the null hypothesis is correct. But syempre, we are going to make conclusion afterwards. Unsa din atong conclusion? The conclusion will directly answer the question or the objective that we want to answer. Unsa to? We want to find out if our teaching leads to improvement on students' knowledge. Sige, significant and therefore reject the null hypothesis. So there is an improvement on the knowledge. Okay, very good. So ito rin kumplituhon, no? So since the p-value is less than alpha, which means the result is significant, therefore reject the null hypothesis. Hence, there is an improvement in the knowledge of students. Okay, very good. So muna ato ang tubag. So we are now ready to write our result in the APA format. So this is the result. Pwede ra gyud pag thesis na gud naagi table. Kani pwede ra gyapon wala pero kung thesis sagara butangan gid nila og table. So ang table nga ibutang is only the descriptives. Ang table nga ibutang. So kanila nga table. Kani. Ibutang niya kana lang. Wala na nailabot ang uban. If you want to include table. Pero kung pwede ra pod nga dili gid mag-table. Kaingon ani ra gid ang APA reporting. So basta ang kanang mean, anyway, ang mean reflect naman na diri ang standard deviation o ang atong small n, which is more man po na gibutang diri. The mean, the n, and the standard deviation. Pero kung ganahan jud ka mag-table, so you can put the table. And the rest ani is wala na siya ilabot sa table, no? Just the value. So to report the result, you start with the result of the assumption testing. So atong assumption ani is the normality lang. So that's why it's included here. Ang Shapiro-Wilk test for normality shows that at alpha equals 0.05, there is no significant departure of the distribution of the paired differences from normality with our P is greater than 0.72. So your P sa Shapiro-Wilk while ago, here is 0.72. 5 man na, and the rule of rounding off, pwede po na ninyo 0.73 actually. Munang greater ang na-notice ninyo, greater ang ako ang gigamit. Kay 0.725 man to, which is greater than 0.72. If you are confused on when to use greater than, you can use equal. So I have here a note, I use greater than because the P value is equal to 0.725. Yeah, I got only 0.72, which is less than ani. So use greater than if the P value is greater than the alpha. Pero moto kung maglibog ka greater than or less than, because napoy mga case ani nga I use less than, just use equal. And then follow the rule of rounding off. So ana lang para dili kayo mo maglabad yung ulo ani. Kay I write it this way kay kung magbasa mo tag mga article sa garaing ani pud sila magsulat, no? So the paired sample t-test was conducted. So using an alpha again of 0.05 kay lahi man to ang pag-run nato sa normality, lahi na pud sa paired t-test. So we have to check again our alpha nga 0.05 yun na. But anyway, this is the default in the SPSS. So a paired sample t-test show that the mean difference, which is 2.05, is statistically significant. 19 is the degrees of freedom. Asa man nagikan ang 19? Sa man ni naraon degrees of freedom. So T in open close, that's 19, and this is the statistical value. You can see here equals 3.25. Okay, so with or without negative, parehas ra na, no? So P equals 0.004. This is our P, which means that the post-modular score, you enclosed in the parentheses the mean, the standard deviation, and the N, is significantly higher than the pre-modular score. So again, report the mean, the standard deviation, and the N. So also the correlation coefficient, you need to report it, the value, which indicates that the difference is large. Then add insights. Imong insights, ngano kaya, your insight must focus on the, the conclusion. Diba nga, ito conclusion ani is, ang post daw, mas dako kaysa pre. So therefore, ngano man. So mo na tong i-explain, mo na tong insights. In research, dili ta mo end with the statistics that the SPSS had given us. Ang research is more on what you have found, ganong ingon anak man. No mo nang sa research magbasa gid ta. Review the related literature. Kay diha man nato na siya masabtan nga ngano nag-improve sila.
Doc, question ko.
Yes, sir.
First is kaning kandok ba? Alpha na to, Doc.
Mm-mm.
Mao na gina standard naman na, no? Katong I remember sa atong previous lesson, it's given naman ang 0.05 in alpha. Or
Yes.
we have to set it.
It's the SPSS default. Pero i-check lang gyapon.
Pero as a researcher, are we allowed to deviate from the alpha, or is this like a standard approach towards doing some analysis like this?
Pwede. Pwede, you can reset your alpha. Pero, ato na po na na-discuss nga nganong 0.05. Sige, ngano gani, bakit sa man, anyone can recall nganong 0.05 atong alpha? Alpha is the type 1 error. This is the probability, no, the percentage that we allot, no, as a researcher, this is the chance that we accept. Now we have this chance of committing type 1 error if we reject the null hypothesis. So 5% lang ato ang giset. Type 1 error. Naa ba ni siya bearing of committing type 2 error? Yes. Kay inversely proportional man si type 1 o si type 2 error. So kung ato ni siyang himuong 0.01, mugamay ang ato ang type 1 error nga chance. That means mudako pod ang probability of committing type 2 error. Pag ato po ni siyang himuong 0.10, mudako si type 1 error, padako na to, mugamay ang atong type 2 error. So nganong 0.5 man gyud. So ang 0.5 is the trade-off between type 1 and type 2 errors. Muna as a researcher, we have to use this 0.05. At least natay balance between type 1 and type 2 error. Kay motong ako ang ginaingon no nga, inferential statistic is just about estimates. Whatever we do, there is always a possibility of committing error. It's not perfect. So atong i-balance ang error. Type 1 and type 2. Yes, Sir Andy.
For example, because the line of argument is we're just doing estimate, right?
Yeah.
And you mentioned about if you are in front of the panel, asking questions like how sure you are in terms of your estimate that this is really significant given the statistics nga atong na-provide, di ba? Kay at the end of the day, we're trying to estimate naman po kining alpha nato to ensure that there's a balance. So how do
No,
we convince
the alpha is not the estimate. Imo na siyang giset.
gani?
Ang imong estimate is ang imuhang result, ang imong conclusion. You have that conclusion based on the result of your p-value. Sige, continue. Basin lahi akong pagsabot.
I mean, mao to ako gimin doc, but what I'm trying to say is that since the alpha can be modified, kaya di ba mingon ta nga pwede ra mo dato na i-reset because that's so murag ana bitaw akong kon nga how sure are you in terms of setting that alpha nga balance gyud nimo nga ang imong type 1 error is consistent nga dili pod siya mo lead to type 2 error ba? Murag ana bitaw to imong gi-refer.
You can use Ronald Fisher kay mo man ang siya man ang author ana nga statement. So ana lang gid ang imong isulti. The panel will not ask about how sure are you with the alpha. Probably ilang question is how sure are you with your result. Ana siguro ilang pangutana. So how sure are you nga mas like nag-compare kag duha ka groups. How sure are you nga mas maayo gid si group A kaysa ni group B? No, pwedeng ana ilang question. How sure are you nga nag-improve gid sila significantly? So that's probably their question. So unsa may atong tubag ana? So we can never tell with certainty. Basta this is the result, this is the p-value, and it tells that there is a significant result. So if the decision is reject the null, so pwede kami ngon nga your alpha is 5%. So there is a 5% chance nga sayop ng imuhang conclusion or result. But if ang imuhang result is accept the null, dili pud kami ingon nga 5% ang imong error kay type 2 man to. So you look at the observed power. Unang naapod tay observed power. Pero if you choose the ideal sample size based on Cohen's table, katong gihatag ni Cohen, nakabutang naman to didto nga 0.8 ang imuhang power. So the power is the probability of not committing type 2 error man pod. Kung ma-reject lang ha ang null, pero kung dili ma-reject ang null, ang ato ang tubag as to the question about certainty is katong statistical power.
Right.
Ato pod isa.
Sige. Natubag nimo Doc, Ronald Fisher, right? Ang author. So that we can, for example, ma-use bito nga. Doc, you mentioned about sample size. For example, in the context of na situation ba, nakasa sa setting ang mo school, you are targeting like a certain group of students, like grade 10 students. Tapos ang imong estudyante, mga 30 ra gid ka buok. Pwede ra ba, laruson na lang na nimo nga sila as your, like, dili, 30 sila ang population, duha sila ka section, for example.
30-30.
Dili, 15-15 kintahay, butang lang nato. Maura na ilang population. Kaya there are schools that dili ko siya kadakuan, pero gusto nimo implement ang isa ka, for example, intervention or whatever kind of approach. Would it be possible that you're going to use all of them, or you just have to take a sample out of that 30 in that particular population?
You can use all of them.
Okay.
Pero as to what statistical tool ang imong gamiton, you choose the non-parametric counterpart. Kay una, gamay ra kaayo imong sample size. Di ba atong required for the sample size kay mo minimum siya 30?
Yes.
O 65 man to ang sa paired as suggested by Cohen. So 65 ang total. Pero kung 15-15, so 30 ang total. That's very small sample size. So you choose man with you. Sige. So mo balance si 0.05 sa type 1 o type 2 error. Okay. Sige. So again, there are several ways to interpret the results. To report the result. Interpret man. I'll check dito sa inyong PDF. Isa interpret report. Sorry. So there are several ways to report the results. So the key is to indicate that there was a significant or not significant. Naka-underline gid na. Dapat makita gid na sa inyong statement, no, a significant difference or no significant difference. Bahala tong reject null hypothesis ug wala. Basta kay kanang word nga there was a significant or there was no significant na agyud. Okay, between the two groups. Between the two, wala na copy dahil dito ang sa independent. Okay, between the two measures at the priori alpha level and include, so muna assumption testing, descriptive statistics, the mean and the standard deviation, the number per cell, itong ato ang sample size, degrees of freedom, makita nitong sa itong T, no? Then the T value, the P value, you include also the mean difference and the effect size. Basta kay naa na silang mga value in your report. And then, if the assumptions of normality is not met, then your sample size is small. Parehas rato ang problem, gusto ta makabalo og nag-improve ba ang dependent variable. So we are going to use the non-parametric counterpart. So the Wilcoxon signed rank test. So it is used to compare two related, mauna po ni ang another nato nga vocabulary, related, repeated. So related samples, repeated samples, or match. Mga vocabulary nga related to paired samples t-test and the Wilcoxon signed rank test. Or repeated, yes. Muna yung mga vocabulary on a single sample, single group. So to assess whether their population mean rank differ. Okay, pero katong question ni Sir ganina, Andy, nga duha ra man ka section, 15 lang per section, huruton ba or sample lang? So pwede ta gid huruton kay gamay ra man. Pero kung imong huruton, dili na ta kailangan mag-compare pa magamit og inferential statistics. Katong ilahang mean nga sa duha ka group, mao ra to. Dili na kailangan because si inferential statistics will be used to make inference about the population. Wala naman kay population. I mean, mao naman to imong population. So dili na kailangan. Ang mean ug ang standard deviation, mao ra to, no enough na. Okay, again, wala man kay population. Wala mo naman to imong population. Si inferential statistics, no, tanan inferential statistics will be employed to make inference about the population. Kanang kay dili man nimo mahurot tanan, for practical reason, gasto man pud kaayo kung atong huroton tanan, muna magkuha lang tag sample. So para makakonclude ta about the population, we will use the inferential statistical tool. So, wala man tay, kailangan wanog inference, kay mauna man to sila tanan. Okay? So, Wilcoxon signed rank test is a paired difference test. So, parehas ra sila ni paired sample t-test. And is a non-parametric alternative to a paired sample t-test. So, again, si paired sample t-test, iyang i-compare ang mean lang. Si Wilcoxon signed rank test, ang iyahang i-compare is ang mean ranks. Ranks ang iyahang gi-compare. So, ing ana gid na si non-parametric tanan. So, ranks ang ilang gina-compare. So, the absolute differences are rank. Then, the signs of the actual differences used to add the negative and positive ranks. So, I have here the link. Video man is siya. Let's play the video. Sige, so ang ako ipakita dinhi is if we are going to do the manual computation of the Wilcoxon signed rank test, mas masabtan man gud nato kung makabalo pud ta kung
Ireland,
giunsa ni sa
and welcome to a
pagmanual.
series of short how-to videos. In this video, we're going to learn how to perform a Wilcoxon signed ranks test, and we're going to learn how to do this by hand. So before we start any calculations, let's take a look at some data. Here we have some sample data from Lorenz et al. From 2004, and these are examples here where the measured content in the wood of 13 poplar tree clones growing in a polluted area was taken in August and in November. The figures here represent the concentrations of aluminium in micrograms of aluminium per gram of wood, and these are the figures that are shown here. And we'd like to determine if there's a significant difference between the August and November figures. Now we have one group tested twice.
Okay. So mo no one group lang, then we have repeated measures. So before and after. So August and November. No, wala man ni intervention, it's just the time.
August and November, which means that these are paired data. And normally when we want to see if there's a significant difference between paired sets of data, we might use a student t-test, but we can't use that if one or more of the samples are not normally distributed. And if that's the case, then we use the Wilcoxon signed rank test. So before this video, I've conducted a quick Shapiro-Wilk test on each of the August and November sets of data. At an alpha value at 0.05, I've scored a p-value in August of 0.071, which indicates that the data are normal. But the p-value is less than 0.001 for the November figure, indicating that the November data
for a while. Ang iyang gibuhat ani pag-check sa normality is per measurement. So atong gibuhat ganina is ang difference. So you can also do like this. This is how we check the normality for the between groups. So giisa-isa. Ang problema lang gud ani, since you will have two value for the Shapiro-Wilk, like kani, ang isa sa iyang value is 0.07. So this is not significant. So meaning na the assumptions for normality is met in August. But in November, nagamit siya less than. Mo niya kung gi-mention no nga magamit sila less than dili equal. Because the species output ani is 0.000, puro zero ang mugawas na SPSS. So dili man pwede magsulat og puro zero. So 1 is the last digit. So mo nang actually ang p niya is less than 0.001. So again, two value p-value for the Shapiro-Wilk. Ang isa na met, ang isa wala. Muna may tabo kung atong isa-isahon. But if we use the pair difference, isa raman ka p-value for the Shapiro-Wilk. So it's not difficult for us to decide whether normally distributed or not. But you can do this like this.
Are not normally distributed, and I think if you look at the data you can see that particularly the last three values here are very, very high and that they're skewing the November data. Therefore it's not normal, we cannot use a t-test, and we must use a non-parametric test, in this case a signed rank test. So as always, at the beginning of a statistical test, let's set out our null and alternate hypotheses. Our null hypothesis is that the median difference between the pairs of observations is 0, and note that the hypothesis is based on the median. Our alternative hypothesis is that the median difference between pairs of observations is not 0. We're going to conduct our test of an alpha value of 0.05, and we've got 13 pairs of data, so we have a value of n of 13, which we are going to need a little bit later on. So to set myself up for doing the calculations, I'm just removing that top sheet, and I'm using the same data, and I've added in 3 extra columns that I'm going to need to use here to calculate the test statistic for this Wilcoxon signed rank test. So the first of these here is I want to note the differences between the November and the August data, which is simply subtracting one value from the other. So 12.7 minus 18.3 is equal to minus 5.6. 11.1 minus 0.6 is 5.6. Absolute value of minus 2.2 is 2.2. Okay. The absolute value of minus 1.
Ako na i-forward no, nag-difference siya, then get the absolute difference. So tanan negative, may mo ng positive, and then i-rank dayon na niya.
Values. This is why we need the absolute values, because we don't want to rank any negative values, but we want to rank all of them, and we're going to rank them from the smallest to the largest value. So reviewing this absolute difference column here, I note that my smallest value, which gets a rank of 1, is my value of 0.1. My next smallest value is the figure here beside it, 1.0, so I'm going to write that as a rank.
Okay, so after na marang, so after niya marang,
so just to recap here for a second, our differences, we are very, very important that we note the sign. This is a Wilcoxon signed rank test, so we need to know all the positives and we need to know all the negative differences. And then we need to know the ranks of all the positives and the ranks of all the negatives so that we can sum them. So we need to know the rank sum for the T pluses and for the T minuses. So to do that, I'm just going to use a highlighter here. So I need to highlight all of the negative values that are conveniently here at the top, and then select the ranks for each of those there. So these are all the negative values. So the rank sum of the negative ranks here is 8 plus 5 plus 3, which is 16. And then I'm going to do the same for all the positive values. So they're all conveniently here for me. So these are all the positive differences, and these are all the positive ranks. This is going to give me my T plus, all the positive ranks. So when I sum up all these values here, 1, 2, 4 plus 6 plus 7 and so on, I'm going to get a T value here, T plus value of 75. The Wilcoxon signed rank test statistic is called W. So my W stat, what's the test statistic? Well, it is the smaller of these two values here. So the W stat is 16. Just to check back for a second, if any ranks are the same, so if you get two different absolute differences which are the same, you take an average of the ranks for those 2 or 3 ranks in that case. So now our test statistic has a value of 16. We now need to determine a critical value so that we can compare our test statistic with a critical value to determine if there is a significant difference. So to do that, I'm going to use a critical values of the Wilcoxon signed rank test table. And to check back here, right back at the beginning of the video, I stated that our alpha value was 0.05, that n was 13, and you can also see that we are doing a two-tailed test here. No direction is specified, so it is a two-tailed test. So from my table, the first column gives me the row I need to use, so n is equal to 13. A two-tailed test and alpha value of 0.05, so go down along here, and we get a critical value of 17 in this case. So let me note that. My W crit is 17. So in this case here, my test statistic is less than my critical value. And that results in here of that we reject the null hypothesis. We reject H0. And be very, very careful with this, because many statistical tests, you only reject when the test statistic is greater than the critical value. But in the Wilcoxon signed rank test, it's the reverse of that. So we're looking for, if we want to reject the H0, we have to get a test statistic less than the critical value. So here 16 is less than 17, therefore our W stat is less than W crit. We reject H0. So in other words, we are rejecting this statement over here that the median differences between August and November are 0. So we are rejecting that in favor of the alternative hypothesis that the median differences are not 0. And we're doing all this at an alpha value of significance of 0.0.
Okay. Sige, but anyway, dili man ta mag-compute, no? Just showing you that the non-parametric test compare the ranks. Tumula na dili mean ang gi-compare ana nila for all non-parametric tests. And Wilcoxon is one of the non-parametric. So mga motong kailangan ipang-rank ang ato ang data. So manwit niyo i-rank yapon to ang data kung mag-compute na. So the variable assumptions is just like the paired t-test, one independent variable which is the time point, and then the dependent variable is continuous. So to use the SPSS, katong gipakita is the manual. If you notice, nag-critical value siya. Because ang critical value, manual computation, dili ta makakuha og p-value. So ang ato lang makuha is ang statistics. And then compare the statistics with the critical value. So kailangan patag mga table. But if you use statistical software, makahatag siya og probability value in which we can determine directly our conclusion. Makatubag na dayon ta sa research question. So this is the procedure in the SPSS on how to perform the Wilcoxon signed rank test. Wala na magud din ako nabuhat dito sa mas gwapo man tan-awon ang YouTube kaysa katong buhaton nako siya into araw-araw.
Hello, this is Dr. Grande. Welcome to the video on the Wilcoxon signed rank test. Now this test is the non-parametric equivalent of the paired samples t-test. So it's used when you have a within subjects design. We would use this test instead of the paired samples t-test when the assumptions of a paired samples t-test were violated. For example, if we were using ordinal data. And that's what I've done in this example. I have here 90 participants, and I have a pre-test and post-test scores which are ordinal. And I'll switch to the variable view so you can see that.
Okay, ang kani pud iya ordinal data iyang gina-mean, no? Kay naka-ranks man. But actually, if you're going to look at the scores, 1 to 5, murag naka-Likert scale ni. So this is one of the issue na ako ang na-mention in the second topic nato, no, da atong debate about unsa gyud nga data, or sa first lesson man siguro to. So unsaon gina ang Likert scale? Is it ordinal or interval? So mo ni isa ni siya ka-person nga mutreat og Likert scale as ordinal. Anyway, ang atong tan-awon ani is unsaon pag-run sa SPSS.
So let's assume that this is a Likert scale. So in this study,
Likert lagi.
we're measuring the severity of depressive symptoms. So we have a pre-test, and the lowest severity would be a 0. This would be on a Likert scale. And the highest severity on the Likert scale would decrease.
Ako i-forward ha, kay tan-aw na to ang sa pag-run na niya sa Wilcoxon.
So to run this analysis, we go to Analyze, then to Non-Parametric Tests.
Okay, na-notice ninyo ning iya lang. Na ba natay one sample, natay independent samples, and natay related. So kaning independent is for between groups. Okay, related is the one group no within design, within group design. So kanang mga paired.
Then legacy dialogues, and then select 2 related samples, because this is a within subjects design. From this dialog to related samples test, I'm going to put the pretest in variable 1 and the post-test in variable 2. Wilcoxon is checked off by default as the test type, and the options I'm going to leave the same except for I'm going to select descriptive statistics. Click continue, then click OK. And you can see the results are fairly straightforward. There's 3 tables. In the first table, you can see that there's 90 pretest scores and 90 post-test scores. Both variables had a minimum score of 0 and a maximum score of 5. The standard deviations are provided. And you can see the mean for the pretest is higher than the mean for the post-test. So before we even look further down at the other tables, we know that it's looking good for our hope that the post-test would be lower. Without looking down further, we wouldn't know if there's statistical significance, but we know the direction, and that is that the post-test is lower. The mean is 2.31 for the post-test and 2.76 for the pretest. So then moving down to the ranks, SPSS provides us the number of participants that have negative ranks, positive ranks, and ties. So what that means in this case is that there were 37 cases where the post-test score was lower than the pretest score, which is of course what we'd be hoping for. There were 21 cases where the post-test score was higher than the pretest score. So in that case, the participant.
Okay. Kaning diri makita nato doon natin sa 37 then ay superscript nga A. So muna iyang interpretation. So post-test is less than pre-test. So there are 37 cases. Then iyang superscript ani is B. B means post-test is greater than pre-test. So there are 21. And then C is the tie. Muna iyang gina-mention ganina no nga post-test is equal to the pre-test. In this case, because ang study ani is about depression man, murag nasa lagi gihatag nga intervention, munang gusto nila nga ang after mas gamay. Sa atoa kay maghatag matag intervention, gusto na to ang post-test mas dako. No kay mga knowledge and skills ang ato ang gusto ani.
Had a higher severity of depressive symptoms as measured on the post-test. And then there were 32 cases where there was a tie. That is, the post-test was equal to the pretest. So as we look down at the test statistics, we see the Z is negative 2.783, and the significance is 0.005. So if we set the alpha at 0.05, which is fairly common in the social sciences, this would be statistically significant. So we would reject null hypothesis. We would presume there is a difference here between the pretest and the post-test. And we know from this descriptive statistics table that the post-test was lower. So the direction of the difference is that the severity of symptoms decreased as measured by the post-test when compared to as measured by the pretest. So in analyzing this data, we would presume that the treatment was successful. So it's important to note here that if you look at these ranks and a little more carefully, there's 21 instances here, 21 cases where the post-test score was greater than the pretest. So, we would hope, of course, the post-test would be lower. So there's 21 instances where the severity of symptoms were higher, and then, of course, 32 where there was no change. So there was only 37 out of the 90 that actually improved. Another important aspect to look at is the sum of the ranks, which is also provided here. There's 1,207.5 for the negative ranks, and only 503.5 for the positive ranks. I hope you found this video on the Wilcoxon sign rank test to be useful. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact me, and I'll be happy to assist.
Okay. So, mo ni nga test no nga. Moingon ta nga successful ang intervention because na siya improvement, na lower ang symptoms of depression. Pero out of 90 ka participants, mo nang kinahanglan gyapon siya ma-report no. Out of 90 participants, 37 ra gid ito ang nahi-improvement, which is wala na gani siya naka 1/2 of the total number of participants. Pero in general, makakonclude na ta nga successful ang intervention. Kay ingon man si Wilcoxon sign rank test nga there is a significant difference in the pre-test and post-test nga symptoms. So picture out na ninyo unsaon pag-run. Ang next ani is to report how to look at the SPSS result below. So muna nino reporting na dayon. So using the same data, i-run nato katong sa paired sample t-test. This will be the result if you will run the data following the procedure in the video. We can get p-value which is 0.05. So then there is an evidence that the population mean ranks differ. Pero wala na gud na na-run nako. So ang atong buhaton ni is report the median of the two sets of measurement. Wala man gud nakuha ang median pag run ani. No, wala siya diri ni gawas ang median. Ay nganong 0.08 man ni sorry. Nganong 0.05 akong nabutang. This is 0.08. 0.008. Kanilig na sayop. Okay, 0.008. So report the median. Wala na run ang median, pero asa gani na pudi makita ang median? You can go to the explore command katong sa descriptives. Dito na makita ang median no kauban sa mean. So median ang ato ang i-report. So of the two sets of measurements, you can see here the mean ranks lang. Walay median. You can also see the sum of ranks. But what we will report is the median. So pag mag-report na, this is our template. So pwede ra gyud na ang kanang naka-red din ha, mo'y ato ang ilisan. So in the reporting the results in the APA format, it looks like this. So just no assumption testing. So ibutan na Wilcoxon side rank test indicate that the median post-test ranks. Ang median ani is just a dummy for the purpose of illustration. So when you check yourself na lang din in your SPSS if you can find the median no kay same data ra man ni, which is statistically significantly higher than the median of the pre-test rank. So kanang duha ka median din ang gibutang dili na maunggid ang median. And the Z is the output from the SPSS as well as the p-value. Unsa itong isa ganina? Oh, sorry. Interpretation di ni. Sorry. Guide lang di ni. Dili ni siya mao ang report. So same guide sa ato ang ginabuhat in interpreting the result. We are going to compare the p-value and the alpha, which is 0.05. And then kung less than, mo tong naay evidence. If naay evidence, report the median. And kanina dayon ang pag-report. So, if you are going to use the Wilcoxon sign rank test, pwede nga kanina ang inyong kopyahon na pattern, and then all you need to do is to replace the red font size. Kanang 34.5, 25.5, kaning negative 2.67, and 0.008. So, pwede nga kanang i-replace. And then, of course, you need to add your insights. So this is the end of our discussion